Hello?
Hi, I got a question about the Yankees. What year?
The show hasn't started
did they
yet.
hit?
Dad, give it 5. You got to give me 10 minutes. Live. You'll see it. 10 minutes. That's going to be great.
All right.
That's perfect, though. That's great. 10 minutes.
All right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I like that. He was aggressive.
That went out.
Woo! In the words of the great Ric Flair. The Chain Gang Sports Show coming at you live for the first time.
Good evening, everyone. We are live from the Flagler Voice podcast studio.
That's right. We are ready to take your calls. 386-251-8100. Let's hear from you.
Here we go. Call 386-251-8100. Let's go. Call now.
My brother, what's happening?
Let me tell you what. For it being a Thursday, there is so much going on right now in the world of sports, namely the Winter Olympics as the final week, the final days wrap up, and the women from the United States hockey team are golden.
Golden, baby.
Golden. Huge win. If you saw it earlier today, I think it started around 1:10. It finished a couple hours ago. They ended up trailing most of the game to Canada 1-0, and then Hillary Knight ends up getting, with just over 2 minutes
Good
to go,
old
to tie
Hillary.
up,
That was
sending it into overtime like the men did yesterday
yeah.
in their win. And then Megan Keller gets the golden goal. 2-1, the final score.
So exciting. I mean, it really was. I mean, as I'm sitting here wearing the 1980, jersey from the Miracle, it's just an amazing thing. I mean, it really is.
Deja vu all over again.
Yeah, overtime
so
win. That's so. I mean, how exciting! I mean, to win in overtime, that's a little something special. That was exciting stuff.
It was a dramatic win.
Yeah.
And now they get to wear that silver medal with the gold plating. That we talked about earlier in the week.
Right.
But which is like a $2,500 retail value. But it's obviously it's the meaning of it. And right now you've got the men who play tomorrow afternoon against, I believe, Slovakia.
Yeah.
And if they win that game, that could match up, another gold medal on Sunday. One of the final, if not the final, event of this fine Winter Olympics. It's been very entertaining. Maybe not quite as the United States figured it would go. I believe, though, Alyssa Liu has won a gold medal too. I'll have to check.
Yeah, but I'm still so excited from last night's game. I mean, to see one of the Hughes brothers, we talked about, two sets of brothers on the team. I mean, it's exciting stuff for the families.
The mighty Quinn ends up scoring the winning goal.
Yeah.
And if you look at that, what a great story, because him and his brothers Jack and Luke, those two play with New Jersey, right? Yeah. And to grow up in Orlando, and their father ended up being, I believe, a coach with the Solar Bears.
Yeah.
And, when you look at this Olympic team, how would you figure that two of the speed skaters, Brittany Bowe, I believe it is, and Aaron Jackson, came from Ocala.
Yeah, Florida, pulling it out in every sport. It is amazing. And I tell you what, the Hughes brothers, that Thorne, both Luke and Jack are Thorne on the Rangers side. Well, not that the Rangers have any Thorns anymore, because it's been a brutal season and they've emptied house.
Right.
But, an overtime goal, another one, that was a great victory. It really was. Exciting. I mean, it's as exciting as it was, even though it's the NHL players. I mean, back in the day, for the Miracle on Ice, it was college kids. But now we got pros, and it doesn't matter. It's still that USA pride. And at $5,000 an ounce, by the way, you're not going to get gold medals. You're going to get silver-plated gold medals.
And when you look at it, Tom, the women, they don't have a pro. They don't have the NHL.
No, they do now. The league started.
Well, that's true. they do.
Yeah.
But, the NHL,
No, it's not
what was
the
it,
NHL.
2014 was the last time.
Yeah.
And that's why we're seeing that gap in the regular season.
Yeah, and it's okay because I think this is more exciting than the regular season right now. And the big thing is Canada is so stacked, and then they're talking about that the favoritisms in the refereeing has got, the officials have gone to the way of Canada. They've been getting away with this and that. Listen, they don't have to. They are stacked. I mean, they are loaded. It really, if the USA gets there, I think it's going to be an uphill battle. I mean, because Canada's loaded. The USA team is, don't get me wrong, it's littered with talent, but I don't know. Canada's
I'll tell you what, hats off to them, because if the men win that's got to be the first time that's ever happened for the United States.
Yeah.
Both hockey teams winning.
Yeah, no, that would be great. It'd be a great day, and it's in a time where the country could use it. Back in the '80s, the country needed that. With the hostage situation in Iran. I mean, and going back, I mean, geez, we just dated ourselves, but that's okay.
We do it every show.
Yeah, we do.
We can't help ourselves.
No,
we cover so much, past and present.
Yeah,
and
the Jim Craig jersey.
That's it, Jim Craig.
Yeah, I gotta.
When he was looking for his father.
Yeah.
With the United States flag.
I hope to see somebody with a United States flag draped over their shoulders.
That's right.
But I tell you, man, it's been fun. I mean,
Jordan Stolz, another great story. Now he had to settle for silver. Now,
yeah,
but
that was
he's the big medal winner in this Olympics so far. And Michaela Schifrin.
That was a great win for the giant slalom. I mean, Schifrin. She hadn't won since what, 2000.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. 18, I think it was.
Yep.
It was
you
18.
are correct.
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
Goes way back.
So to go that long without
8 years.
Yeah. To go that long without and then come back and win a gold, it's a great story.
Oh yeah.
And Cortina has been a great host to Italy. The fact that I'm Italian, and to my Italian father and his buddies all hanging out watching the show. So it's a little shout out to them.
You mentioned Italy, and the United States has passed Italy, at least prior to going on, by one medal, 27-26, but Norway's running away with it, 34. In fact, I think they're buying some medals. I think they're adding to their, I don't know how they're getting so many.
Yeah.
But they're doing it.
Yeah.
But the United States is leading in silver. Now, I got to tell you, when you look at the gold medal and you peel back that gold plating, you got a silver medal.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We're winning that silver.
Yeah, and listen, second place in the Olympics for these people that trained so hard for so long to get that experience, to get on a podium and hear, for the gold, you hear your national anthem, but just being on a podium and seeing your flag go up in the air, that's got to be exciting.
It is
and
exciting.
Silver medals are.
You know what else is exciting also? This is our first live show. Now, when we do the show, it's live to us.
Yeah.
But now this gives a chance for people to interact with us.
Yeah, call
in,
ask
connect with us, try to stump us if they want to. Not that we do any trivia, because let's face it, everyone can research things and come up with an answer.
Yeah, we'll have somebody. We'll have. Misty.
You don't have to have a great memory to do that anymore.
We'll have Misty over there on the side.
That's
She'll Google it for us, and then we'll have the answer. So that's the key.
That's right.
But I mean, it's exciting. I mean, baseball starts tomorrow. You got the Yankees, baby. Yankees start tomorrow.
It's spring training.
Yeah, but you're right.
Your Yankees, they take on the Orioles in an away game. Not that it matters too much with the crowd size they get.
Florida. Yeah, the Yankees definitely draw down in Florida. They draw everywhere in Florida.
Do. In fact, we may find ourselves out there if the producer can find it in the budget.
Get rid of the moths and clear it up and make sure that we can.
We might get out there. And,
we could have the Drug Court Foundation for Flagler Beach. They could come out and help us out.
Absolutely. So 5 games on the docket, and then we've got the World Baseball Classic, which starts on March 3rd and 4th. And did you see Ken Griffey Jr. now is like the World Baseball ambassador? So that's good to see him.
Good guy to have there. I think Griffey's carried himself well. Other than the turning his hat around, if you remember, that was people didn't like that
back then.
Yeah.
We're only talking late 80s here.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine. I was looking at that Ken Griffey Jr. at the age of 56 now, I believe, because he was born in 69. So what would that make his father, who I actually had the opportunity to watch? I think he
played with the Red Machine. He played with the big red machine. Yeah, and then they got to play together. I thought that was awesome. I think they both homered in one game, which I thought was kind of, that's something. To play with your son.
Right.
It goes to like LeBron
and
Bronny.
Yeah, that's a rare occurrence.
Yeah,
for one to last that long while the other one is actually achieving that
at young ages.
To get with a team in the major leagues of whatever sport.
No doubt.
University of Miami. I'm wearing the hat, wearing the jersey.
I see all that.
They're 5-0 now.
The U. The U, baby.
Yeah, that's it. The U. You got it. And
you got it.
we'll skip right over St. John's baseball there, the Red Storm. But the big story for them, as always, in the Big East, the basketball team ranked 17th, and they come up with a win last night, 76-70 over Marquette on the road.
You know, Rick Pitino, 52 years coaching, and he's had a tremendously successful coaching career. He said this is in all the years he's been coaching, this is the team that has bought into him, and it's the team he's loved coaching the most in his whole career, which is a big thing to say, especially because through the portal, he only kept one player, and the rest are all brought in just for this year. And, the shame of that, we all know that that's not the way we want to see college sports. We want it to go back to the way you recruit the guy, he comes in as a freshman and he stays 4 years. That's what we like.
Right.
But that's not happening. That's not the way we are today. We're in, portals in the NIL, and
what's crazy is you see these guys playing now. I think I forget the name of the player. It's like going to be his 9th season.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Like a career college student.
My parents were glad that I didn't stay that long.
Yeah, right.
That's a big
the old
payday.
Joke? I loved high school, all 6 years of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how that happens and when's enough? I mean, every year you get these guys going to a different team.
Yeah, and it's the one and done, which is that's another frustrating thing. But I think they get away from that because if you have an opportunity as a kid and you're making a couple million a year, that is better than the rookie contracts that they have. And so now they get to stay 4 years, live, party, and play like they do in college and enjoy college life rather than have to go into a business so quickly. I think the one and done will go away a little bit. And I don't know if it's not going to go back to the 4 years of, the Patrick Ewings, going back to those 4 years of playing against, Chris Mullin and Mark Jackson. I mean, those were some great rivalries back then. And that's missed. I think that's truly missed.
Sure.
So.
Oh, yeah. NBA action starts up tonight. And the Pistons are on the road at Madison Square Garden taking on your Knicks. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Could be a preview of the Eastern Conference Final.
I think it will be. I think the Knicks getting beat by 30 just before the All-Star break by them, and that was frustrating. But as a Knicks fan, the orange and blue skies, as we talk about.
The orange and blue skies.
That's it. But, I want to see the complete Knicks team out there with OG, still up. He's still questionable for today. But, you got Cat back. Cat wasn't in the last time they played. It is in the Garden. I mean, granted, the Knicks are better on the road, which is surprising. But the Garden will be buzzing. It will be buzzing tonight. It's after the All-Star break. It's that second half of the season surge. We're going to want to come out and play. Brunson, they're going to bring it, and it's going to be a great game because Detroit's good. Detroit's legit.
They are. Just like San Antonio over in the West. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we saw San Antonio and Detroit in the NBA Finals, which would be good for basketball.
Absolutely.
Because for a long time, Detroit was the armpit of the NBA.
Yes, that's from the Bad Boys. Well, no, they won it after that.
Oh, yeah, they won. But a year before, a couple of years ago, they were atrocious.
Horrible, yeah, that's right. What's his name got fired because of it, because they had such a bad team.
I mean, they were so bad you wanted to see them on your schedule 3 times a week.
Yeah, no doubt.
If you could get it.
Yeah. Hey, we are taking calls, by the way. If anybody wants to call in, greatly appreciate it.
386-251-8100. That's the number to call.
That is the number.
386-251-8100.
That's it.
That way you can talk to Tom and grill him about the St. John's
baseball team.
Red Storm baseball team.
You got to let that go. We haven't been good since Frank Viola.
Viola. Hey, that is a name, though. I tell you what.
A Long Island kid, I might add.
Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
No.
Frank Viola?
Frank Viola is not in the Hall of Fame.
Will he ever be in the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Donnie Mattingly is the one that's been. Don Mattingly has been left out of the Hall of Fame, and that is a crime.
Yeah.
Donnie Baseball. He was everything for the Yankees. That's all we had in that mid-'80 run with Dave Winfield.
Yeah. Hey, so much happening. Like I said, then you got Saturday. It's the Major League Soccer season starts up.
Messi's back in front of the...
will be back. He's in Los Angeles taking on the Los Angeles Football Club with a 9:30 start. Orlando in town. They're in Orlando taking on New York's Red Bulls. So that's a good matchup as well.
Yeah.
Difficult matchups for both teams coming out of the gate. But just like in any sport, when you first start, and there's really no preseason to soccer, you don't know what you're going to get.
No.
But for Miami to get a championship out of
it's amazing what
Miami.
Messi just, I mean, he
Messi
came in
turned it
and he
all
was
around.
an instant impact.
yeah.
I mean, he actually looks sometimes, it's almost like, like the pro playing with a couple of kids.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I
It
mean,
does.
he's really that good, and he's in the twilight of his career. I think he'll play one
Was
more.
he like
He'll play in the World Cup.
38, something like that? He's up there.
But he's still so
for
good.
soccer.
I mean, he's so good.
To be in that kind of condition at that age.
Yeah. And,
Most guys are just taking to the couch and
Yeah.
drinking a 6-pack or a 4-pack. I don't even know that they sell a 6-pack anymore. The 4-pack is what I
4-pack
see.
is what it is.
That's
That's
a
what- yeah.
4-pack. But it's a great time to be a sports fan. You've got the lull in the NHL. They return to action, I believe, a week from tonight.
Yeah.
On February 25th, probably a full slate of games. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah. It's,
You got
it's
the
tough
NBA. Really,
yeah.
pretty much everything.
Yeah,
will be
baseball.
going on.
That's that. This is that time of year where baseball comes in. It's like almost like when football and basketball and hockey catch
Right.
up. They all come together.
September and October, November are probably the best times to be a sports fan because you have all the major sports.
Yeah.
And I mean all of them. Major League Soccer, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, NFL, college football, and even college basketball starts up in November.
Yeah.
It's
And-
a sports bar owner's dream.
Yeah,
You got
no-
all
no-
the TVs on at different
Hooligans.
channels.
Yeah, here we come. We got to reach out for them for sponsorship now that I just mentioned them on the show.
That's right. You have to do that. And then big news also, I don't know if anyone has seen, but the Seahawks are for sale now.
What is it? $8 billion? They want?
It could be. They're saying right now, definitely in the mid $6 billion range, but it could end up being a record $7 to $8 billion because of the value. You figure this team just won the Super Bowl, and it looks like it's going to be a good future.
And it's a
over the
good
next few
market.
years.
I mean, believe it or
Good
not,
market.
they in all sports, believe it or
Right.
not, even that the soccer team draws. They have parades as they walk into the stadium. I mean, it's they support their teams.
Well, it's not like being in, let's just say, Miami or even in Florida, where it's a tough draw, especially in Miami, because you have so much in the way of tourists and you have so many things to do. So
Yeah.
it's tough to get everyone. You go to Denver or Seattle, that's the big draw at any given time.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And when it comes to Seattle, again, the Seahawks, the fans, they bring a lot to the table for
Right.
that. But, and I remember they were talking about when the Cowboys, if Jerry Jones was to sell the team, I think the Cowboys right now and the Yankees are the two teams that would sell for more money than anything.
Traditionally,
Yeah.
they are the most valuable
Yeah.
in there, and probably the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'd say the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Celtics, probably in the NBA.
We couldn't be so lucky if Dolan would trade that team, would sell the team, but we're stuck with him. And listen, this is the Nick run. He's actually sat back and left it alone. So hopefully he continues to do that. But then you go to the Jets. Man, we hope that Johnson sell, but they're never going to sell.
No.
Well,
I don't
Woody
see that
enjoys
happening.
his football life, and it's destroyed this city of New York's football teams. Of just the Buffalo Bills are truly the only New York team
Right.
for football, but the Giants and Jets having 2 bad seasons in a row.
You mentioned the NFL, Tom, and that will be some subject matter that we're going to be talking about quite a bit, even though it's the off season for a while. But you have a lot happening. You've got the combines up in Indianapolis
yeah,
going to
the
be
draft,
taking place. The draft, I think, in Pittsburgh this year.
Yes, it is in Pittsburgh, and I tell you what, man, it's crazy, right? 100,000 people get into the streets to watch the watch
draft.
somebody walk down and hug Goodell. I mean, that's an amazing
and wear
thing.
the hat of the team.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a big event.
It is a big event.
And you look at it, how many times are you going to see that in your city? You got 32 teams. So
Right.
if you made a different a venue, a different NFL city every year,
which is what they're doing. And, it was
3
traditionally in New
decades.
York. I mean, and so, the Jet fans and Giant fans were very prevalent and people would travel there, but they didn't have the venue that they have now.
Right.
But you do see each city being well represented at these large
represented.
galas that they put on now they got rapping, bands going on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an event.
And when the Bills and the Titans, they have the new stadiums, they're probably going to
That's
be
right. That's
right.
right.
up there
And the
in
new
front.
stadiums are amazing. And again, bucket list stuff for me. I've always wanted to go to different places to see games. I've been fortunate enough: Yankee Stadium, Wrigley Field, Fenway Park. So it's exciting stuff with these
Tom,
new
you've
ones.
been around. You've been around.
Yeah, these new stadiums. I want to see. I really want to see that place. What's that? SoFi. I mean, that
SoFi?
place looks amazing.
And the one in Las Vegas, that Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, the Darth. What do they call it? The
it looks
Star
like the
Wars
Darth
thing.
Vader
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the Roomba.
Yeah.
It looks like the vacuum that you
that runs around the
set
living
up
room.
your living room. Yeah, but they're saying though that tourism is down in Las Vegas. So anybody watching, listening, and if you've been out there to Las Vegas and Kentucky, I have not. So I don't know if tourism is hurting out there, but they're saying that events at that stadium are still a big draw.
Sure,
And the Sphere is a big draw,
And you know
too.
who paid for the Sphere, don't you?
No, I do not.
Dolan from the
Really?
Knicks and Rangers, who owns the Knicks and Rangers, with his own money. He didn't use Cablevision's money. He used his personal money to I never knew that until somebody told me that he was the one who financed that whole Sphere. And it's crazy what it does. Have you seen it?
It is.
I
Well,
mean,
I've only have seen it,
but it's
not
also
in
an event
person.
to get in to see something is, you got to give away your firstborn.
Imagine watching New York Jets football highlights in the Sphere.
Yeah, no, there's
That'd
no
be
highlight. We
torture.
don't have highlight. It would be torture.
What was that movie with Mel Gibson where they had his eyes forced open and he had to watch bad movies or something on the screen to brainwash him? That's what it would be, watching New York Jets season highlights in the Sphere.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, stay away.
Well, and then too, the Raiders, I think, not this year, but next year, they'll be opening up, and they're in Vegas, now because they didn't,
the A's.
Yeah.
The Oakland A's.
The Oakland A's leaving Oakland, and for one reason. Major League Baseball had put conditions on two teams. The Rays and the A's were both told if they didn't get new stadiums and get something in the works right away, that they were going to lose their franchise.
Yeah.
And to think that, the powers that be would come in and take your team. You own them. You bought them.
Right.
But if you don't, comply with having a stadium that is up to, that place in Oakland, well, that was the Oakland Coliseum. That was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
It was horrible.
Like a lot of, but those stadiums go back to the early 60s
Yeah.
and the days of the AFL.
Yeah.
It was no frills. People just went there to watch football and to sit in discomfort. It was not,
and watch football with a baseball field in the middle of it until until they got halfway through the season.
And the uniforms would get so dirty. I remember seeing that on football cards as a kid, and you'd see all this dirt on
Yeah,
it. Where's this dirt? Now you don't
second
see
base.
any
It was
dirt
second
on.
base.
Yeah, you don't see dirt on uniforms anymore. They're all too clean.
It's all synthetic.
Yeah, it's like they all rode the bench.
Everybody
the whole
sees
game.
the black streak. They're all trying to figure it out. Just so everybody knows, it's tires. That's what that is. Crumbled up tires. I sold.
That's right.
I sold turf.
Hey, we have it on screen, but just a reminder now, we can, as we go live from here on out, going forward, people can interact with us, and 386-251-8100, the number to call, talk to Tom, and
Don't
talk
forget
about that Red Storm baseball team from
Here we
St.
go.
John's.
Here we go. Beating the dead horse.
And so many other things. But, you mentioned Oakland, and just to finish up on that, I feel bad for the A's and Raiders fans.
We got a call coming in.
Oh, all right.
Hello. Welcome to Chain Gang Sports.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'd like to know the last time the Yankees had over 200 home runs, and what was their best year?
Oh boy, he's throwing some trivia at us. This is Tom and Flagler Beach. Tom, thanks for calling, brother.
Time to get that heavy book out called the Baseball Almanac.
Yeah, we're gonna actually ask Misty to Google that.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna send that to research and development.
Yeah.
on that one
Hey,
here.
listen, 200 home runs. I could probably say definitely last year or the year before when Judge was on a tear. I'd say the Yankees had 200 home runs because they had multiple players over 20. So I know that's. Am I right, Tom? Come on, brother.
Yeah, what's their most home runs in a year?
Well,
I'm thinking 234.
Yeah, 234 is the right number, as Misty's throwing facts at us, and we're glad.
We're settling
but yeah,
on-
you are challenging us, my brother. I appreciate the. You're going to have us have our laptops open next time we get the show going, but that will be an hour-long show, so we'll have time to research it. But we appreciate the call, and this is great for us being live and having you on. I know that there's an Italian watch party somewhere in Flagler Beach, so.
And Tom, I'm sorry we don't have some kind of something to send out to him for being the official first caller
of the Chain Gang Sports. We're going to get you a, what are they used to with the interceptions? You get that big gaudy chain.
Oh yeah,
we have one for you. Silver plated.
Yeah, well, for the University of Miami, it was the turnover chain.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They started over.
Yeah, we can probably get one.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, we appreciate it, Tom. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks.
for stumping us on the first question of the day.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate it. Look forward to hearing from you again. Thanks.
We're 0 for 1, but we we were swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
Like a King Kong Kingman.
My brother. I knew you'd come up with something witty. Swinging for the fences.
Swinging for the fences.
And
So
the
many
Yankees,
do.
234 is the number.
That we're settling on that? That's the
no,
answer?
it is. It is the answer.
We'll probably never be asked again.
No,
But
but, you
we'll
know what?
remember
If, you know,
234.
when you have Judge in that lineup, and let's talk about the Yankees since they
Yeah.
do open up tomorrow.
Well, it's a big
and Tom's
story.
a big Yankee fan. As you could tell, he's throwing Yankee facts at us. And
Yeah.
you know, the Yankees this year, everybody's talking about. Let's face it. The Dodgers are the team to talk about. I mean, they're the team to beat. There's no question. They come loaded, and they have every player in
Like
every
they
position.
didn't have enough, right?
Yeah, no, I know. They're too deep at every position.
They've
which
got
is
the depth.
yeah, they do, and they have. I think the pitching, their starting pitching is okay. They picked up some quality arms, but I truly believe if the Yankees, when you come the end of May, middle of May, when they start to get Garrett Cole back, and they'll have
When they're full
Clark
strength.
Schmidt, they'll be at full strength. They had the kid Schittler. It sounds. I know that doesn't
You have
sound
to be
right. That
careful. You
should
gotta
be
say that name real slowly.
Schittler.
Yeah, that should be part of the Highway Patrol sobriety test. Can you say that name and be correct?
Cam Schittler.
Yeah.
But we're going to say that forever. That is going to be the name on the Chain Gang Sports Show, Cam Schittler Hour.
That's it.
But I mean, the Yankees are, deep. They bring in Goldschmidt again. They have Rice. This is a good team. This is a quality team around the infield. The third base, we were trying to fill a hole. We looked at Arenado.
Right.
But I think the kid from that we picked up from the Rays, Sabalas. Cabalas. He led Major League Baseball in stolen bases, and he did that playing part time for the Yankees. I think giving that kid a full season, he'll steal a lot of bases. He'll create a lot of runs for us, and with I think the pitching, the Yankees always on that. They added some players, the depth in Paul Blackburn into the bullpen, and Bankar. I mean, coming back. I think the Yankees will make a run.
Well,
but
and I agree with you, Tom, and I agree with anyone who's a Yankees fan feeling good about your prospects. But the thing is, you play in one of the toughest divisions in all of Major League Baseball. You know, the Red Sox are always, and Tampa Bay is a thorn in the side of the Yankees in most seasons.
Yeah, and that's because they do it with they definitely draft well. They groom these. They're a pitching mecca. I mean, that they're a powerhouse for pitching. They bring up and they come in
and don't forget about Toronto.
Toronto. And they went out and made some deals. Toronto's going to be tough again. I would think losing Bichette, having a kid like that puts up 200 hits. I mean, Bichette is the real deal defensively. He's a stud. So I think losing him is going to will offset some of the good things that they also did. But Guerrero, Guerrero's still there.
Only team in that division that you would say is to use modern term mediocre would be the Orioles. I don't see them really being above 500.
Which was shocking because 2 years ago the Orioles were a team. They made
tough.
a run, and then last year they just fell off the map and really had a tough year with a lot of the same players. A lot of young talent. But baseball, the thing about baseball that's driving me crazy is the fact that they actually changed. Remember, he can't hit past the Mendoza line. Do you remember that?
The Mendoza line, the 200.
200. They want to lower that. Because they said because so many people are batting below the Mendoza line and still in Major League Baseball, so they wanted to call 180.
Oh, I thought that was because rebuttal from Fernando Mendoza because he stopped. He didn't like hearing his name brought into that kind of line.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, Fernando Mendoza line. That's a whole different line.
That's definitely a different line. But I mean, the teams, the players batting in the 230 range and still being in Major League Baseball, that was unheard of back then.
Right.
But they're living there, and if you can play good defensively and bat 230, you're okay, and that shouldn't be okay. What I mean?
Shouldn't be. Not in the major leagues.
No, we had Austin Wells who had a good year for us at catcher, and to see him batting 215, 220, it's the same reason we got rid of Torres is because he just couldn't hit anymore. All of a sudden, pitching has become the dominant force, and having a guy batting 350 and hitting 50 home runs and driving in 120 yards, aka Aaron Judge, 2-time MVP, and rightfully so. Everybody was argumentative about the catcher winning it. They should have won it. No. And you don't bat 260 and win the MVP. It just doesn't happen.
I agree. And you saw in the postseason in 2024, pitching really was dominating in the postseason. Yeah. It's so important. It's like anything else. A good defense.
Yeah, just like, we talk about that. Yeah,
just like in football. When you shut down another team and all you got to do is score 2 or 3 runs.
Right.
And that's what the Dodgers have.
Yeah, they definitely do. The Dodgers are the team that are going to outscore you. I mean, they're going to put up 5 or 6, I'll bet, this year.
Your 4th or 5th starter is still probably the first, second or third starter on most
major league teams, without question. And I think the Yankees are deep at the starting pitching, but again, it doesn't happen until end of May, early June. So that's a it's a what if? Can we be there? We're getting flagged by multiple producers that we have 2 minutes left, and but we appreciate
those multiple producers for keeping an eye
we're
on
lucky enough to have two in the building.
Yeah, well, it's hard to get.
And then Misty Stats over there. Thank God we have Misty
Stats. We want to.
That's her new nickname.
I like that name, Misty Stats.
Yeah. Misty, thanks for coming in and helping us.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah, brother. I mean, it was a great live show. It was a test for the first one. We'll be for an hour the next time, and hopefully we'll get a lot more callers. And I'm excited about that fact. And
you know what? Just one more mention coming off of the weekend. Last week it was a big weekend of sports with the Olympics and everything. The Daytona 500 winner Tyler Reddick, Michael Jordan celebrated his 63rd birthday on Tuesday. They're back at it in Atlanta at Echo Park Speedway. That's a 3 p.m. start on Fox on Sunday.
Yeah, you like to give Fox their plug. You're a Fox plugger.
You know what?
You're a Fox plugger.
I might. You know what? Fox has all these events. It's crazy. They got it in their budget.
Yeah,
and we will too.
Yeah,
at some point we'll have to talk to the producer about it.
Yeah, getting us to Legends Field is the objective.
Legends Field.
Either that, and then we'll go to the Masters. We'll go to Augusta. He's got this. He's got it in his pocket. All right, my friend.
Well, I think we worked it all in.
We did. And I appreciate
Go
you.
USA. Tomorrow we'll be watching as the men attempt to make it to the gold medal round in Sunday's action.
And beat Canada, and it'll be a real celebration not since 1980.
Yep.